I can't help but feel we've just lost Grace to reading about the Cat King.
Oh, that is what I'm doing. I'm just
'Cause
reading fanfics.
I've noticed
at
it's
this
mostly
point.
me and Nick posting things. I was like, but Grace is the bigger fan of this show. And I've realized she's probably just reading by herself now.
Yeah, I'm just reading about a cat king in a fucking lounging in a silk in a silk shirt for
Of
some
course.
reason. Hang on. I'll find something.
That's okay.
Hang on. I can redeem myself, wait.
I just wanted everyone to know that Grace is still here. She's just lost in the sauce.
I am lost in the sauce. I am drowning in the sauce.
So, we're coming into this midway. This is a debate Grace and I have been having for a couple of weeks now. Nick is finally here to resolve it.
Okay.
Settle it once and for all. So, a couple of weeks ago, we were given a request to watch and talk about Dead Boy Detectives. Grace dropped everything and watched it right away.
I
needed
seen all
a bit
of
more
it.
time. I've also seen all of it. I didn't see all of it the same day.
It's because you're a slacker.
Exactly. I'm a slacker. It took me about a week or so to watch it all. And my main takeaway from it was one of the characters looks a lot like Grace's brother.
Right.
Edwin does not look like my brother.
Grace disagrees. Nick.
Okay.
Right. Here are some photos of Edwin. You know what? I'll put them on our Discord in Smash or Pass. Grace, you don't have to put your brother in Smash or Pass. I feel like that would be an ethics violation.
Yeah, also a
There
little
you
bit
go.
doxy.
Freudian.
Well, I don't have his permission to put them up.
Exactly. So you can send those straight to Nick. I've put 2 pictures of Edwin. Edwin is a Victorian ghost boy. He lived in hell for a little bit. He's very kind of snooty, I think is the best way to describe him.
Yeah, he kind of looks the type.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay, and what's this?
Oh, William just has my face, but with facial hair.
I'm sorry, Grace. I can see it.
Aha!
No!
It's not a 100% likeness by any means, by any stretch of the imagination.
Oh yeah, I'm saying looks like.
But
it's not... Yeah.
The nose is very different. The chin is different.
Yeah, but
the ears are different.
it's the
like-
kind of vibe, if that makes
No,
sense.
because William is dressed like a goth reject emo thing, and he's dressed as a Victorian princess. What do you mean?
Well, there's a couple photos here where William is dressed like a vampire. There's one with him in a suit here as well.
Yeah, it's not a 100% likeness. I just get the feeling that in some lights, in the some items of clothing, they would look similar.
If you sent me a photo of Edwin, Grace, and said, "This is my cousin Edwin," I would say, "Yep," and that's it. I'd completely believe it.
Funnily enough, my cousins are actually half Sri Lankan. They look nothing like the stereotype.
Well, I didn't expect that, so never mind.
This is the thing. It's kind of in the same way that I used to get compared to Gru from Despicable Me. You know? Like nobody.
No, you're just big and bald.
No, this is the thing. Like nobody on this earth looks like Gru from Despicable Me because Gru from Despicable Me is a cartoon character.
No, Dara O'Brien looks like him.
Yeah.
But sort of like tall, bald, little bit of a pointy nose in some angles. You can kind of see it.
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of like that.
Yeah. I'm sorry, Grace.
Yeah, but that means by default I look like Edwin.
Yeah.
I hate this show.
Like, if they ever did like a gender swap episode with like a more effeminate version of Edwin, they could cast you easily. Hey, Edwin's the hot one. Take that as a compliment.
I'm taking it better than I did the person the prince was allegedly having an affair with. Yes, I suppose I'd rather be compared with Edwin than to her.
Person the prince was having an affair. Oh yes. Okay.
Allegedly having an affair with
Okay,
who I've
so-
also just been fucking.
As a side story, I was telling Grace about this. Someone at work said that Grace looks a lot... Do you remember you don't follow the royal news, do you?
No, of course I fucking don't.
I spend a lot of time with Americans, so they all do the royal gossip at work.
Yeah,
And-
it was during that era when, like, Kate Middleton disappeared for a bit, and then some other woman with dark hair and pasty skin was hanging around Prince
So
William.
there was loads of talk that Kate Middleton had disappeared, and then there were a bunch of articles about this woman called Rose Hanbury,
Okay.
and there was the Americans said that Rose Hanbury she's not an attractive woman, she's a strict downgrade for William, and someone else said that's a bit unfair, she looks a lot like Grace. And
Oh,
here are some
shit.
photos.
Okay.
Here are some photos of Rose Hanbury.
Again, I can see it.
Oh, where is this going?
Just our Facebook group.
Oh, yeah, no point me having pictures of Rose Hanbury and everyone knowing what I fucking look like, apparently.
I mean, I can put them there if you want.
I mean, if you want to balance it, you can always put pictures of Gru from Despicable Me, but...
I've posted some of Jack Black there for myself. Just
Oh no, we can't talk about that, can we?
oh, he's been a right knobhead.
Yeah, well, yeah, everybody connected to that story has been a right knobhead, but you know.
But yeah, Grace, you look a bit like Rose Hanbury as
Yeah.
well.
Only that I don't have sticky out teeth. Or my eyes are a lot smaller.
Again, these are all very niche details. Like you're looking at the trees and missing the forest.
Yeah, but I can see more than one tree. I just know it's a forest.
Well, it was never a 1-to-1. That's not what we were saying.
Yeah.
But anyway, take all of these as compliments, both for you and your brother, because they are intended as it.
No, oh yeah, this is it. Yeah. She's not unattractive, so...
Yeah, it was just my person at work being bitter that Kate Middleton was possibly being cheated on.
I mean, I don't think she's very attractive myself, so... oh well.
That's a shame. Anyway,
Oh, anyway, yeah.
Dead Boy Detectives, before I dig any more holes.
One of these holes will be your grave, young James.
Ooh, spooky.
Ooh. One will be made for you.
So,
Alright then, look, I'll tell you what.
Where's this going?
do not dig me a grave, Nick.
No, we're not going to dig a grave. I can see that we've got a lot to sort of unpack, a lot to sort of work on. So why not? Why don't we just fucking meet up somewhere in the middle and have a fight and get it over with?
What?
Then
Which Tesco and when?
we
Grace,
can...
I hope you don't feel the need to fight me over this.
It won't be much of a fight.
Oh no, I'll fight you both. I'm game for a laugh.
Why are you fighting me? We're on the same side on this.
Actually, I'll say one thing. While we're talking about this, I'm looking at Edwin's costume, and I've been looking at it going, there's something weird about it, and I've realised that his collar is coming up over his suit.
Ah, it is, yeah.
I don't think even the Edwardians did that. What's going on?
Yeah, that's odd, isn't
Yeah,
it?
interesting. Okay.
Let's have a look. Edwardian collars.
Was this just a gay Edwardian thing? Or is this an Edwinian thing?
Hey.
Edwardian collars for men. Oh no, it does. That's
Oh, okay.
that's authentic.
Oh, I see.
They've done their research. Shit up. I'll
Wait,
tell you
no,
what.
no, it's not.
No, it's not.
So if you look at the shirt collar, it is built like that, but he is wearing it wrong. Normally you tuck it in a bit further.
Is-
Yeah, I thought the lapels
is-
would have come over the collar.
This is the Edwardian equivalent of a popped collar.
Fuck's sake.
I remember watching Life on Mars, and D.I. Sam Tyler's shirt did sort of stick out over his leather jacket.
Yeah, but that's...
That was not the Edwardian era, Nick.
No, it wasn't, but, you know, maybe he picked it up from the 70s. I'm guessing he's been a ghost for a very long time.
Ah, so he skipped a lot of time. So
Oh.
he died in Edwardian time.
He came back in the 80s.
He went to hell for about 80 years. Came back
Like
in the 80s,
Okay.
A
roughly.
contractual error.
Yeah.
I see.
Which is when he meets his best bud, Charles, who dies in the 80s.
Yes, from hypothermia and internal bleeding.
Yes, spoilers. Kind of.
I assume that's revealed pretty early on.
I think Edwin's is actually revealed earliest, with him being
Yeah,
a
we get Edwin's
ritualistic
death
sacrifice, and it's just him screaming, going, "Well, I was a sacrifice. I wasn't. I'm not bad. Shouldn't you let me go?" And the demon's like, "Well, technically, no. You're a sacrifice. I've got to take you. Sorry, paperwork." And he just drags him. It's like,
Clerical error. Hell seems very good omens in this.
Ah,
In that it
yeah.
is like a lot of bureaucracy.
Yeah, mired in bureaucracy.
Yeah.
Everything's trapped in paperwork hell.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of the afterworld stuff is paperworky.
That's another plot point as well. There are too many people on Earth, and the afterlife doesn't have time to process people. So death is kind of overworked and going very slowly.
Okay.
And that's why there are so many ghosts around.
Ah, okay, I see. So they've...
I couldn't find a good standalone photo of Charles. There's him on the left, next to Edwin.
Oh.
Where he's actually got his collar on properly this time.
He's got his collar on properly. So he looks very 80s, with the exception of the fuckboy haircut. Though maybe that was around in the 80s, I don't know.
I don't know. I'll tell you what, the outfit he's got on is a crossover between Rodney and Derek from Only Fools and Horses, in the way he's got Derek's fucking polo shirt and chain on, and then he's got Rodney's jacket on over the top.
I was thinking Rick from The Young Ones. You know.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah.
The people's poet.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I could see it.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's People's Poet teaming up with Sherlock Holmes, and they just solve ghost crimes.
I should mention, you know, as you, dear listener, have probably worked out, I haven't seen this TV program yet.
No, yeah.
Yeah.
You should. It's very good.
Yeah, I've heard good things, mostly from James, who was basically saying you could do with watching this before we get into it.
It's fine. Watch it later. I don't think anything we could say will impact your enjoyment of it.
Yeah, to be fair, I have a decent relationship with spoilers, so
Exactly.
yeah, I'm okay.
But more importantly,
Put the cat on.
there is a BuzzFeed quiz in the...
Oh.
Well, we'll get to the cat, Grace. There's a BuzzFeed quiz for which Dead Boy Detective's character are you? I figured Nick should do this, so
Alright.
he gets a feeling for some of the characters. Grace, are we doing it as well?
Yeah.
Sure. Oh, I got Edwin.
Okay.
Just like Grace's brother.
I
Also,
got the Cat King.
hold on. Also like Grace's brother, the description for Edwin, you are not aware of other people's feelings.
Wow.
You're not aware of other people's feelings, you're a little old but very sweet, you love reading and writing, and you put 100% effort into everything. Do you know how to play the piano?
I mean, I wouldn't say that. I'd say you're acutely aware of other people's feelings.
Yeah, if anything, I'm too aware of people's feelings, and I
Yeah.
need to stop listening to those. I do love reading and writing. I don't put 100% in. 2 of those numbers are in the amount of effort I put in. I don't know how to play the piano.
I got Charles.
You got I had a feeling you'd be a Charles.
Yeah,
Oh, you're a couple.
No, we're not. I do not ship Edwin and Charles.
What
That's
does it
something
say
I'll get
about
into
Charles?
later. Yeah, Nick, describe Charles.
You just want to be enough. You're the funny one in the group who has a bit of a traumatic past. You're all about movies and music. You've been known to rock some awesome fashion.
Nice.
Yeah?
You certainly have been known to rock some awesome fashion,
Yes.
as we were talking about earlier with your Hawaiian shirt.
This
Nick is a
true.
bit of a fashionista.
Absolutely not. But
In fact,
okay.
Nick is a bit of an 80s fashionista as well.
Yeah, like the Life on Mars era you
Yeah,
had.
like your Life on Mars phase.
Yeah, it was never a phase really. Like literally the only
You
reason
didn't
why
stop.
the only reason I don't wear that camel coat is because Sophie doesn't like it. I still have it, that camel coat from my school days, and it still.
Thank you, Sophie, for talking sense into Nick.
It still sort of fits me.
Sophie, you're a champ.
But as soon as I buy a Mark III Cortina, it's coming back out the wardrobe again. I'm sorry, them's the rules.
Sophie, now's your chance to burn it.
No, don't burn it. I have too many
Now's your chance to give it to charity.
I have too many good memories for that with that coat to let it go.
That's a very Charles thing to say, I think.
Okay, fair enough. At least it's accurate.
Yeah. Grace, do you agree with that Nick is the Charles?
I'd say so, because he's a good lad,
Yeah.
really. You know, he's got northern soul.
He's got northern soul. He's got 80s soul.
He
I
does.
think,
He's very
with
80s.
respect, Nick, if you had hair, you'd probably try to do the fuckboy haircut.
Uh,
No.
I did used to want a mullet, but I
Oh, God.
Perfect.
I have seen Sense since then.
Good.
So yeah, no danger of that then.
Does anyone care what I got, or shall we leave it and get on with the fix?
No. We'll get to that.
Okay.
Charles also has a magic bag of just random junk that is occasionally useful. And I feel like, Nick, if you had to have a superpower, you'd like a random bag of just, oh, that's useful.
You can put anything
have
in
that.
it.
I've got just the thing.
It's funny you should say that. My garage and parts shed are full of stuff like that.
Exactly.
So yeah.
Okay. So Grace got the Cat King.
Okay.
Do you want to tell us about the Cat King?
You have a romantic soul and people fall in love
Does he
with you
fuck?
almost instantly. Hot and manipulative. You almost always get what you want. You're probably a cat person.
So I think
I have to agree, unfortunately.
I-
People don't stand a chance around me. Ha ha ha.
I think it's fair to say that the reason Grace powered through Dead Boy Detectives in one night is because of the Cat King. Am I wrong?
You are slightly wrong.
Oh, okay.
But only slightly. That's interesting.
Enlighten me.
He doesn't actually appear that often,
He doesn't, no.
which is fine. However,
Is that why you had to watch every episode in a night?
no.
To see more of the Cat King.
I need my fix. No. I was amused by it, and also, like, he's got these cats that work for him. Because cats talk in this universe, Nick, and they
Yeah.
just slag each other off all the time, and it was very amusing.
I see.
And also, yeah, I just kind of wanted to know where the fuck it was going.
It's not that cats
That's
only
what I
talk to
powered through.
ghosts. It's cats can talk in general. They just choose not to.
That's such a cat thing to do.
Yeah, I really like that
It is, isn't
explanation.
it?
They're just like, no, we don't give a shit. Like, fuck humans.
All cats unanimously decided, nah.
Yeah, no, we're not talking to them.
So the Cat King's primary motivation through the show is he wants to bang Edwin.
Okay.
He's very down bad for him. Edwin does something naughty in the first episode, and the Cat King has to punish him, and he curses him to stay trapped in this town that they're in.
Yeah, he gives him a get-out clause. Sleep with me and I'll just remove it,
Yeah.
and you can get out of this punishment early. And he's like, no, fuck you, I don't want to sleep with you.
So-
And he's like, all right, well, the offer's still there.
So he's bound to
He
the
keeps
town
coming
forever.
back to remind
on-
him it's still there.
Yeah, so he's bound to the town forever. He can either count every cat in the town or bang the Cat King.
I'm guessing there's like a lot of his scenes involves him. Oh, there's another one. That's 43 or whatever.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
that-
sort
he
of a
does do
running
that,
thing
yeah.
that he's counting every cat
Yeah.
as a get out. There are ethical concerns about that as a pair.
Well,
I
yeah.
think it's fair to say.
Yeah, I think so.
At some point halfway through, Edwin kind of realizes he's into blokes, so
Okay.
it becomes there's a bit of a kind of will he go for it or not. So
Okay, I see.
yeah, now time has passed. I'm less kind of against that ship, but I don't think I ship them.
Right. Okay.
I personally think Edwin deserves a better option out of the options he's given. But
Yeah.
Grace, don't let me talk over you. What do you think?
Maybe not with the Cat King. I feel like the Cat King was like a step in his that he needed for him to sort of realise what he wants.
Mm-hmm.
And I think he wants Charles, but I don't think Charles wants him back at this point, which is a bit sad.
I personally think Charles is straight. And Grace, you were telling me for a while that he has the gay earring.
Yeah, I got the wrong ear. I'm sorry.
I recently realised, no, Charles has the straight ear.
But even in the 80s, you wouldn't want people to know that you were gay
That's true.
for the most part, because it was still very homophobic.
That's true. It's somewhat implied that's why Charles got beaten up as well.
It was implied that he got beaten up because he saved a guy. Cause,
He saved a
it was more
guy.
because he was
Yeah.
Pakistani.
Yeah, there was that, but I don't know. I felt there was kind of a homophobic undertone is why they went as far as they did. Maybe that's just me. It wasn't explicitly said either way.
I don't know.
Definitely rescuing the
wasn't-
kid was part of it, but I don't know. Did I mention there's women in this show?
Yeah, there are actually women
We-
in
we
this.
should-
show.
Okay, I see.
There's
Tell you what.
actually a heterosexual pairing.
Grace, I'll let you decide, Grace. Do we want to talk about the potential heterosexuals? In fact, do we want to talk about the women, or do we want to mention the other pair that is possible for Edwin?
What, the crow?
Did you just say crow or just bro?
Crow.
Okay. So,
Bro can also be Crow, I guess.
okay, so there's another guy as well.
Yeah.
His name is Monty.
Where are you posting Monty?
Everything's going in Hot Alien Smash or Pass on our Discord. If you
Right.
want to join our Discord, you're welcome to. Our link is in the Tumblr, the drop-down bit in our bio.
Okay.
So that's Monty. He is a crow.
They're just a straight up crow.
So, there is a witch. Her name is Esther. Her goal is revenge against the boys. And part of that was transforming a crow into a handsome lad to go seduce Edwin.
I see.
And lure him into a trap.
And thus Monty was created.
Right.
Monty is quite successful in seducing Edwin.
I can imagine he'd be, pissed off that he was a crow and now he's not.
He seems kind of alright
I
with
think
it.
he's kind of just getting used to being human. He's not used to, like, feeling the things he feels and all that.
Mm-hmm.
And I suppose walking everywhere has been fucking annoying.
Yeah, that's true.
Now we've mentioned it,
Yeah,
I feel like Monty could have done with more crow behaviours, because we never once see him pick up shiny objects.
he's not a magpie, James, but I know what you're
Yeah.
saying.
I mean, crows can be bribed with shiny objects too, right?
Yeah, true.
I think it's if you start feeding them, they might start leaving you little things that they find.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well, I guess they never feed Monty, so
as like payment.
maybe that would have been how they catch him out earlier, is if they just started feeding him and he just started leaving them shiny objects as obligation. And then someone clicked and went, hang on, this is crow behaviour.
Yes.
And then,
Crystal's just eating
Yeah.
a sausage roll. A bit drops on the floor and he just
Yeah.
eats it off the fucking cement.
oh, it would have been such a different show.
Alright, Monty, what you doing down there, mate?
Okay, here's a fic request. If it doesn't exist, I want to see this written. AU, Dead Boy Detectives. Esther the Witch, instead of using a crow, she uses a seagull. And Monty is
Christ.
just a complete bastard. Who just... like, they walk past someone eating fish and chips, and Monty just punches the poor person out to just steal the shit. And Edward's like, oh, he's such a bad boy. And he's just like, full-on seagull behaviour.
Oh.
Please, I need to read that. That sounds fantastic.
I do think that if seagulls were transformed into humans, they would probably be, like, sort of quite big, threatening tattoos.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Glaswegian
Yeah.
accent.
Yeah. Glaswegian or, like, East End.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yes, absolutely.
So, yeah, if someone can write that, it would make my day. I feel like I ship Monty and Edwin more than I ship Monty and the Cat King. Sorry, not Monty and Edwin and the Cat King.
Okay.
I think.
I ship Cat King with everyone at least once.
Of course you do.
I'm willing to bet there'll be a fic out there by the sounds of things.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, like, people ship Edwin as the fandom bike, and other people
Fandom
ship
bike.
the Cat King as the fandom bike for very different reasons.
Yeah.
I have to be on the Cat King side.
Yeah, the Cat King is very much... He's cut from the same cloth as, say, Loki and other tricky Tumblr sluts.
Well, he's a trickster character, so of course he's going to end up as a Tumblr
Yes.
slut, as you so eloquently put it.
I'm coining that phrase now, because it's not the Tumblr sexy man type, but it's the kind of fail husband.
Would you
that-
say they serve cunt and is also a wump? Some might say he's a precious kitty meow
I've
meow.
never heard anyone say what wump.
What?
I don't know. I've heard
wump
of serving
is-
cunt. I haven't been to the restaurant that delivers it, but I'm aware of it. I'm not even going to repeat the kitty thing you just said because I've forgotten half of it.
That's a Gen Z.
I
one.
don't know half of what Grace just said.
Nick,
That's understandable because I barely understand what I'm saying.
Nick, are you familiar with serving cunts?
No.
What do you think it
It's
means?
David Bowie.
I honestly couldn't hazard a guess.
Please.
Is it like somebody who really, really enjoys giving oral to women? Or
No. I can see why you think that, but
It's a man dressing slutty.
it can be
see.
a woman dressing slutty too.
It's mainly a man dressing slutty.
I see.
Because I've never seen
I've
it
seen
anywhere
women dressing
where they say
slutty
women...
saying it serves
I've
cunt.
yeah, but
Yeah.
Ah, okay. Well, I've only ever seen
Grace only finds it in the yaoi zones, so that's her only experience of it.
Usually, it's a picture of David Bowie for the older
Oh yeah,
people.
David
and
Bowie
then,
serves
like,
cunt.
And then and then it gets progressively younger.
Yeah.
You know.
If I had to define it, it's wearing like an incredibly glamorous, if a little bit sexual outfit.
Yeah, I think I get it now that you've explained it.
Yeah, it's
Yeah, boys in thigh highs.
it's a more
yeah.
sexual version of having Riz.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And the Cat King serves cunt.
Okay, he does.
Yes.
He's got a kilt
Yeah.
and everything.
Well, he certainly
doesn't
serves pussy
Right.
because he's a cat. Hey.
Hey.
he? He's a cat. Very good.
Where do we go from here?
It's funny. He's got this glamorous thing going on, but he lives in a fucking
He
warehouse.
does. Well, he's a cat.
I know, but it's like I get the feeling actual people can't see him, which I don't think I've seen people bring this up. But I think he's lonely because he only gets to hang out with cats.
Oh, probably.
I don't think people can actually see him.
Maybe so.
I could believe it. I mean, he doesn't interact with the one non-supernatural human that we know of.
Yeah.
He does interact with Esther, however, who's going to be the next person I'm going to mention,
Okay.
The witch.
because she also serves cunt.
Well, she beats him to
She
death.
does beat him to death. She,
Like that interaction is his murder.
yeah, that's true. The Cat King does temporarily die, but as I'm sure you're aware, cats do have 9 lives.
Ah, I see. So
Yep.
it becomes a plot device.
He gets back up again.
Yeah.
So we have the ultimate evil MILF
She
here.
is an evil MILF.
She. I'm talking about
Yes,
Esther now.
I said she's an evil MILF.
It
Oh,
cut
you said
the
he.
it cut the S off. Whatever.
Oh,
Yeah.
Ah.
she is an evil MILF.
It did it again.
So, she
She.
is an evil MILF.
Okay.
So, her thing,
Yes.
once upon a time, she prayed to a god for immortality. She got it. She forgot to specify staying beautiful and young forever. And she started aging. She didn't like it. And she started sacrificing children on an altar to a giant snake to stay young.
As you do, I guess.
Or at least slow the aging process.
Stay young.
Oh, she's not that young, to be fair. I think it's just halting it.
She is like she looks like 30.
Yeah, she looks late 30s, I would have said.
It's just I feel like they deliberately went with that colour hair and the fur coat to make her look like it's clearly an old woman in disguise. You know
I see
I
what
mean?
you mean.
Yeah.
But yeah, she's gone for like, yeah. It's the ultimate attempt at anti-aging by sacrificing kids.
That got dark quite quickly.
I quite like her, to be honest, as a character. She's clearly a bit of a diva.
Yeah.
Um,
Well, you'd have to be.
There are 2 excellent divas in
yeah,
this.
she enjoys chewing the scenery in every scene she's in.
Oh, brilliant.
And yeah, I enjoy every scene that Esther is in.
Yeah.
So props to her. Who's the other diva? Cat King?
Oh, absolutely.
Okay, cool.
And Edwin when he does the little turnaround
Oh,
on
he's
his heel and
such a
absolutely
diva, isn't
verbally
he? He gets
decimates
so
you.
catty sometimes.
Yes.
No wonder the Cat
It's very
King likes him.
pissy. Yeah, exactly.
So,
Okay, we should talk about the women.
yeah, there's one other woman in this. Can you remember her full name?
There's more than one other
There's-
woman.
Okay,
There is Crystal
there is
Palace.
one woman who is part of the core cast. Is what a
Yes, her name is Crystal Palace. She is a psychic.
what's her full name? Can you remember?
Crystal Palace's
Yeah.
full name. It's really long because her parents were architects.
I'm gonna look it up.
And they've named her after lots of famous buildings.
No,
Yeah, she lost her memory, so she thought her name was Crystal
Oh,
and then
I
Palace.
her
see.
full name is Crystal Palace von Hovercraft
Crystal Palace. I see.
with a K.
And
Yeah.
Kane Craft, I'm guessing.
Yeah.
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 There's a third scenery chewing catty asshole in this who I forgot about. So Crystal Palace loses her memory because she is possessed by a demon.
Okay.
She is a medium, so she can see ghosts, but she is alive. And Edwin doesn't like the idea of bringing her on board because she's living and a woman, presumably.
No, it's not because she's a woman. It's because he said humans are messy, as in they
Okay.
shit.
Yeah, there is that. I always thought it was a bit of jealousy over because Charles might like her. Yeah,
Oh, absolutely,
So that's
there's
what I meant by
jealousy there.
because
I
she's a
don't think-
woman, not I'm not entirely implying that Edwin's a misogynist, but he might be. It's the 1800s.
Oh yeah, like she might have hysteria and
Yeah.
shit. No, yeah, he did
Yeah.
think that because they were trying to cure Nico because she had like some dandelion gods and they didn't know it at the time, and so he gave her a list of questions to ask this Japanese girl, like what's wrong with her. And one of them was, have you had bouts of hysteria or some shit?
Like,
because he's 1906.
Edwin has
like,
the
he
same
doesn't know.
problem that Matt Berry does in What We Do in the Shadows, in that all of his ideas about science and medicine are quite old.
Yeah, he's very of his time.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he definitely
Yeah.
I see.
is. His whole thing is just sort of, yeah. All his biology books are very kind of outdated. Yeah, Crystal Palace. She's probably going to be shipped most with Charles. Maybe Kimiko, was it? Yeah.
Yeah.
I realize we're glossing over the women, but I suspect that'll be true of the fics as well.
It always is. Yeah, it's something like this.
I feel like Kimiko's going to be the one that tries to ship everyone together because that's literally
That is her
what she
whole
does in
thing.
the show. She tries to get Jenny, another woman, believe it or not, there's another woman in this show who is a lesbian butcher, to fall for a lady who happens to be her
that was
stalker.
tragic.
And, oh, so upset. The stalker fucking tried to murder her on their date.
I'm also going to wind back. We got that name wrong. Her name is Nico.
I thought it was Nico, but Kimiko also sounded good. Okay, yeah, Nico.
So we've also
we
got
it wrong.
Nico.
On this show, we always do our research.
I think Kimiko is from The Boys, which is another thing we're going to be talking about in the future.
Good grief. Yeah.
So Nico loves her yaoi. We find that out very early on.
Yeah, she's got posters all over the walls and shit.
I'm sure her meeting the dead boy detectives was a dream come true.
Okay.
Like, I'm sure the inner shipper in her was just like, aha, and latched
These
onto
two,
them.
yes.
Yeah. Because she is a shipper, because she finds out her landlord is being stalked, and her first reaction is to follow the stalker and then set them up on a blind date.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Not the best idea
And it's frustrating because it goes quite well at first.
at first.
I like the
Let
at
me get you a
first.
picture of the landlord.
Yeah.
It's quite a tragic scene because I may as well spoil this for you, Nick. I'm sorry. Spoilers for anyone listening. They have their dates. It's going quite well, and then the woman was previously the stalker mentions a description she shouldn't know. Like, she starts talking about the pajamas that the Jenny, the landlord, wears.
Ah,
And
okay.
there's kind of like a, hang on, how do you know that? And then she's like, oh, don't worry,
because
it's
he's fucking-
completely normal, it's completely fine. It's just, if I stand in this alleyway, I can see into your bedroom.
And then it all snowballs from there.
And and sometimes I
Yeah.
see that you're watching something on your laptop, and I'll pull up my laptop, and we watch the same thing, and it's like we're there in the same room.
It's like we're watching it together. So, she asks her to leave, and she goes, "Oh no, this isn't how it's supposed to go." And then like they start throwing knives. It's just like, oh my shit.
Okay,
Yeah.
I see.
Yeah,
Unfortunate.
it's fucked up.
Yeah.
That's Jenny. She's the landlord. She's also a butcher, the butcher. I think that was what they were
I'm
going
gonna
for
say
there.
she like you wouldn't want to like fuck with her. I don't think.
No, that is exactly the
Yeah,
energy she
that's
exactly.
brings as well.
Yeah, that is the fuck around and find out look in that picture.
Mm-hmm. That's her default face.
And
Yeah.
of course, despite all this, she's very nice.
Oh,
and
she's lovely.
understanding
Heart
deep
of
down.
gold.
Yeah.
Would like to see more of her in season 2. Should they find a way to make that happen?
Well, she went with them, didn't she?
Did she? She was thinking about it for
Yeah,
sure.
she went to London. The Cat King's coming back.
Of course he is.
Yeah. Cat's
Do we
in
have a
London,
season
mate.
2 confirmed?
Yeah. They're
Oh,
making it,
fantastic.
I think.
Glad to hear it. I can never tell with Netflix. I'm always a bit kind of.
Yeah, especially since Lockwood and Co. just didn't get
Yeah.
picked up on. That was good.
We should
Similar
talk
vein.
about that at some point.
Okay.
I think that's all the characters.
Okay.
Or there will be others. We can talk about them once we get to them. Any questions, Nick?
That was quite a lot of information.
I know. I apologize.
Yeah, no, it's entirely on me for not watching at least one episode. But
Exactly.
Yeah, I very rarely have
You were
time.
warned.
Yeah,
You
I
were
was
warned.
warned. Yeah, 100%. I was warned.
There's one other really cool character I forgot to mention. I think you'll like him, I should say.
Okay.
Is it the walrus guy?
It is the walrus, and I can't remember his name.
Yeah, I've forgotten his name. To be fair.
Oh, man. So there's a guy who runs a magic shop. He was a walrus. He has been cursed to live on land. It's Tragic Mick is his name.
Tragic Mick.
Yeah, he's great. I love Tragic Mick because he does not want to be here,
Yeah.
and you can tell. Like, he's very kind of upset about being on land.
Well, you would be, I suppose.
He's now running a shop to make ends meet. He would rather be at sea because he was, as he keeps telling us, he was once a mighty walrus. And every now and again he'll just go off on his story like, I was once a mighty walrus who went through the ocean and hunted fish. He's great. Though the wiki says he was a sea lion. Which, no.
Oh, yeah.
He's very clear about being a mighty walrus.
Oh, okay, I see. Maybe he was a sea lion, but walrus sounds
He's just
more
lying.
impressive. Yeah. Walrus sounds more impressive than sea lion.
He looks like a sea lion in the flashback.
Oh no. That's a
But-
shame. Mighty Walrus seems better. I think that's the bulk of everyone we need to talk about. I just wanted to get a brief mention in of Tragic Mick, because he's probably my favourite character, if I'm honest.
Yep, fair enough.
Shall we jump in? Is there anything else we...
Are you sure it's not Tragic Mick and not Tragic Mike? Because they would have they've missed an
Tragic
opportunity
Mike
there.
would be a way better... Maybe... Oh, okay. You know what? New theory, new headcanon. They wanted to call him Tragic Mike. The legal team would not let them.
Ah, I see.
Who the fuck's Tragic Mike?
Well, it sounds a lot like Magic Mike, doesn't it?
Yes. Yeah, yeah.
Ah, there's no way that'd be an issue.
I don't know.
Very different.
Maybe the legal team were like, let's not risk it, and they just went with Tragic Mick instead.
You do realise this is based off a book?
Yes, a comic.
Yes. So it was probably just his name in that.
Yeah, that's I quite like the idea. Okay, the second fic request I'd like to see is Magic Mike and Tragic Mick swap places, and fucking what's his name?
Channing Tatum?
Channing Tatum has to run a magic shop. Meanwhile, Tragic Mick has 10 days to learn how to learn to strip. It's the plot of the Full Monty, but I think that would still be good.
Okay, fair enough.
Cool. One more thing. There's another character that we briefly need to talk about. She's called the Night Nurse. It's just, I noticed she's in a fic quite prominently at the top. The Night Nurse's job is to bring in dead children's ghosts.
I see.
So her job is to bring these two boys in.
And they've been evading arrest for years.
They have.
And she really badly wants to scoop them up.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
She's omnipotent and Scottish.
Yes.
Think
That's
Missy
scary.
from Doctor Who.
Okay, I see.
I'm reasonably confident the casting sheet for her just said Missy from Doctor Who. Okay, shall we get into it?
Yeah, let's go.
Fantastic. It's only been an hour.
Right
Okay.
then, let's do what I usually do when faced with a fandom that I know nothing about. Additional tags. Crack.
Wow, Grace, you are in the minority. 1,200 fics for Edwin and Charles, but only 300 for Cat King Edwin.
Yeah, I can believe that.
That surprises me, honestly.
No.
But I'm in an even bigger minority because Monty/Edwin is only 69 fics.
Hey. 69.
Nice. Yeah.
And they won't add to that to break it either.
Oh no, but
It's going to be stuck that way
but
forever.
that's the better pair out of all of them.
Oh, shit.
Well, it's not. It's not, actually.
No,
There's things that happen later that you're not done yet, which makes it bad.
I watched the show. I've seen it all.
Oh, you've seen all?
Yeah.
So, just randomly kissing him when he didn't want to be kissed, and then
Wait, Mom?
trying to lure him to his death.
I saw him lose. Yeah. But he's felt guilt and changed his mind,
Yeah.
whereas the Cat King remains kind of unremorseful for his actions.
I mean, right at the end.
And
he
Charles
was
is
very
straight.
sad. He was very remorseful, let's be fair.
Okay.
I think all of these options weren't great. but
Yeah,
none of them were
Edwin
perfect.
deserves a better. Edwin deserves an equivalent of a Aziraphale just to show up and kind of give him a smooch.
He needs to be looked after a little bit, doesn't he?
He does, yeah.
As catty and uptight as he is, he deserves something.
Mm-hmm. Okay. I'm picking this just because I love one of the tags. This is called "Job Officially Jobbed" by Verns Atlas. I think is how that's going to be pronounced.
Okay.
The tags include, well, it's Edwin Charles. We have handjobs, idiots in love, and Edwardian twink discovers masturbation.
Shit up.
I see.
What is a handjob? Is it something that friends do for each other? Edwin demands. Charles splutters and coughs. Jesus fucking Christ. What? Edwin says, narrowed at his reaction. What? Yeah. Edwin peered at him curiously. What is a handjob? Oh, bloody hell. Charles muttered under his breath.
Yeah, you can't just like splutter and go bloody hell and then like expect them to drop it.
That's true. Where's the handjob? He hears Edwin's crisp voice in his mind. Where's the handjob?
Where is it?
No, it's a whole thing. He can. He's enunciated the word as if it was the name of some spare part of a complex electrical machine.
Yeah.
You know. Where's the hand job?
I should say they're playing Mario Kart in this as well, and that's also a very good kind of... I like the idea of Edwin discovering Mario Kart.
Oh.
I figured out who I ship Edwin with.
Okay.
Guillermo.
From What We Do in the Shadows?
Yes. They're perfect together.
Okay.
Like, both of them deserve better, and both of them would be better for each other.
I see, yeah.
I think. Grace, what do you think? You're the only person who has a frame of reference here.
I think they both aren't too clear on what either of them exactly wants.
That's
For
true.
them to fit that well together. Yeah, I feel like you need someone who's a bit more grounded in what they know when you have someone who's not entirely sure yet.
I suppose you want someone more experienced for Edwin.
A little bit.
I can see where you're coming from.
Or just someone who knows a little bit but knows what they want, and that is Edwin.
That's true. And Guillermo, he's never gonna get he's never gonna get over Nandor, which is gonna be.
He doesn't even know he needs to get over
That's
Nandor.
true.
Like,
But
he's an idiot.
But when Guillermo picked someone else, he did pick a guy who was a lot like Edwin.
He did.
Yeah.
He did. Yeah.
Oh boy.
Whose name I'm blanking on.
I quite like a few of the lines in this.
Yeah.
Yeah. Charles, what was that book that our client mentioned? The Single Piece. And it's One Piece. It is One Piece.
It's One Piece, isn't it? I think it's called a manga, not a book. Remind me to inform Nico next time we see her. You know what? This
Very nice.
further cements my image of Nick as Charles, because he's talking in an oddly Yorkshire dialect, and she'll be chuffed you're taking interest in manga, though I'm sure she had other kinds in mind.
It's just London.
London?
They say chuff down there as well.
London.
Yeah, that's the
Yeah,
one.
that London.
That one.
Masturbation, mate. Like banging one out. Yes, I do know what masturbation is, Charles. What? No. Never. No. It's normal, mate. You gotta clean out the old pipes once in a while, innit?
You've got to clean out the old pipes.
That is true, actually. That is a biological fact. You need to clean out the old
That
pipes.
does sound like something he would say.
Mm-hmm.
Sounds like something I'd say. Something that sounds like I'd say something to the trainees just to make them squirm. She's scary. Squirm. Cry. Cry now.
Is that how you talk to the trainees at your work?
No, usually we all just pretend that they're really, like, in the way when they're not. To the point they know they're not in the way, but we're giving them grief for it. So they are actually in on the joke.
Okay, good.
But usually right at the beginning, they don't quite realise because they're new and they're panicking.
Oh, bless.
So my first interaction with one of them was them coming around a corner, and even though there's plenty of space to clear it, I go, "Where the fuck do you think you're going? Get out of my way, God's sake!" And he went, "Ah!" Despite being nowhere near him.
Oh boy.
That's nice. You should see the other shit that happens.
Oh, I bet.
Yeah, this is true. the similar
Right.
environments that we work
Let's
in.
see what else we got.
Give it another week and they'll be fine. They're always fine by the second week.
Uh,
They lean into it by then.
I found something which I'm not quite sure that we can talk about yet.
Okay.
This is Edwin Payne's first solo case by Monty the Crow.
Okay.
So Monty himself writing fanfiction here.
Oh, fantastic. Monty does strike me as the type, to be honest.
The summary is Edwin Payne's first solo case, rid the world of Donald Trump.
Oof.
Yeah.
Oh well.
When did that happen?
Well, this was written the 16th, well, it was published the 16th of July 2024.
I can see that. I'm trying to find the date of the assassination attempt.
So before this is what I'm guessing, you know.
No, I think it might be close.
The thing is, though, how bad would you feel as a fanfic writer to have written this on literally the day before it happens for realsies?
Oh yeah.
I'm getting the impression
Could you
this
imagine?
was after, but they've not looked in. Sorry, assassination attempt was first.
Yeah,
They wrote this fic, but they didn't do much research.
yeah, that's it. I think they knew that an assassination attempt had been made, but they didn't go in depth looking for details.
Oh, Edwin. I can believe it though, because I mean, he was a British teenager. He probably didn't have access to firearms growing up
Yeah, he's
in Edwardian London.
not good with technology.
What?
London.
He'd had
Guns.
more access than matey in the 80s. He was a posh boy at a boarding school. Of course, he had access to guns.
Okay, but old guns.
Actually, yeah. To be fair, they did. I'm sure in the run up to World War One, they did actually teach pupils at boarding schools to shoot guns.
Are you
Yeah, they had bayonets.
are you basing that entirely off that one episode of Doctor Who?
No,
Yes and no.
yes and no, but yeah,
That's where I'm. Yeah, that's where I know that from.
that
too.
is like exhibit A or B in the evidence, but still, there are more evidence.
No. Yeah, you're probably right. but those are very different guns. It's fine. Let's not linger on this because that is still quite soon.
Yep, that's
and
fair enough.
It's probably best we avoid assassination attempts, lest we end up like Tenacious D.
Yeah, cancelled because one of our number decides to throw
Cancelled
the other.
because the bald one was pro-assassinating Donald Trump.
Oh,
On that note,
Right,
I did
next.
just check my phone and Biden has officially dropped out.
Yeah, I saw that.
Thank Christ for that.
Yep, that's absolutely fair enough.
Okay. I've got an author here who's doing something that me and Grace normally like,
Okay.
I think. So this is Holding On to Patience, brackets like a sunrise, by Two Moon. Two with two O's. Like too much moon, rather than there are two moons.
In brackets, Triple J
Okay.
at 3 a.m., which is how I'm choosing to read that.
Yes. That's probably how it's meant to be read.
Yep.
Ghost Biology is on here,
Okay.
and I'm curious what... I kind of want to see them go into what ghost biology involves.
ectoplasm?
Ooh.
Nice.
Oh, so this is after they don't go into hell.
Yeah.
Oh,
Okay.
oh,
so-
here it is. Here's the ghost biology. Sinking into Charles's hug is like a breath of relief. Of course, breathing of any kind is largely performative for a ghost like Edwin. A leftover from his living life he's never really been able to shake. So yeah, there we go.
Uh-huh. I wonder if there's anything more to it.
I don't think it's going to be like actual biology somehow.
If he was still a living person, he would have spent most of Ginjo Romantica blushing. As it is, it's at least very educational. He knows what a hand job is now. He also can't look Charles in the eyes for a while, but that's another thing entirely. I'm aware
I
of
see.
Ginjo Romantica.
I've watched all of that.
I don't think I've watched all of it. An ex of mine sat me
weak.
down with it at a young age,
Did you?
and
It do be a yaoi.
it's very yaoi.
I see.
It's aggressive yaoi as well because that's what yaoi was for a long time.
That's true.
Like it would be called rape these days,
Yes.
a lot of it, but
Right. Okay.
Okay, what else we got?
Let's have a look.
Fuck it, I'll put the Cat King in because he's my favourite.
I'm shocked you hadn't before.
I know, I'll put a general on. I've put a Cat King and Monty one in
Ooh.
actually. Because I can't just
what?
have relationships and the Cat King by himself, so.
Okay.
I like how the fandom has like unanimously decided that the Cat King is called Thomas. Because he's a
Tomcat.
Tom.
Oh,
Ah, very good.
oh dear.
out to make someone his queen. I'm
Is
sure.
he though?
No, he's just a
Is
fuckboy, isn't he? He's our
Yeah.
favourite fuckboy.
Mm-hmm.
Fucking idiot. One of
That's,
those.
yeah,
He's a
Nick, I
fancy
didn't-
guy who's an idiot, like all cat.
I didn't add, Nick. There is one other fuckboy in this show.
Okay.
Crystal Palace's ex, who is a demon, like a proper demon from hell. His name's Dave,
I see.
and
Dave at the demon.
he's a full-on douchebag.
Yeah,
He's
we've...
every bit the sleazy ex.
Okay. I'm pretty sure that we knew a Dave like that.
Yes, if you, he's exactly like Dave.
Yeah,
Cut that out.
I see.
He's exactly that guy, and we all know a guy like that, and it's kind of alarming that we do. Maybe all men should do better, to be honest.
Dave, sort your shit out.
Yeah. To be fair, I do look at some things and then think, well, at least I'm not as bad as that guy.
Oh, at least, yeah.
There is a reason, well, I certainly don't talk to him anymore. So.
Oh, yeah, I mean, I was never on good terms with him, but it baffles me that people are. Anyway, out of Hull stories, I've got a Good Omens crossover here.
Oh, good. I was kind of expecting one. From what you've told me, this show has a similar feel.
It feels very, imagine, I could believe both stories are happening in the same universe, just not interacting with each other.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
The hell we see in Dead Boy Detectives could easily be a different part of the hell in Good Omens.
Yeah, I see.
Like, the bit we see is the management level, whereas the actual punishment zones are what we see in Dead Boy Detectives.
Yeah.
It feels like a lower stake story in the same universe, I guess.
Okay, I see.
But yeah, let's see what happens here. This is When an Angel Met a Ghost by Silver's Fiction. They don't split the ships, unfortunately. This is still Edwin and Charles and Aziraphale/Crowley.
Yep.
I would have quite liked to see that be mixed up, but I won't complain. Edwin discovers Aziraphale's bookshop sometime not long after it opened, and sometimes takes Charles along when he goes there. Aziraphale is aware of this, but as long as they don't damage anything, he is fine with the two ghost boys spending time between the rows of his bookshelf. Two boys spending time between his rows of bookcases.
Okay.
The boys think they're being subtle. Aziraphale knows what's going on, and he's just like, yeah, they're not harming anyone.
Just let them be.
Yeah. I'm curious if Edwin knows that Aziraphale is an angel, but...
That would be quite interesting, that they're both trying to disguise their identities from each other.
I mean, Aziraphale would absolutely know a ghost when he sees one.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, yeah, they do kind of... It looks like they know of each other.
Okay.
I don't think Aziraphale tells him the whole truth, though. But the fact Aziraphale can see them at all is unusual, because ghosts in it.
Yeah. Yeah, this looks to end up being quite sweet, I think.
That's the impression I'm guessing.
Just the two couples encountering each other.
What do you mean, couples? Aziraphale and Crowley are just good friends the whole time, right?
Oh, yeah.
Don't do this. Shut the fuck up. You're going to make a lot of people very angry spouting shit like that.
Actually, yeah, to be fair.
Actually, no. It's worse. They're not couples.
I know.
They broke up.
Their friendship ended before the romance began.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
And then the romance ended.
I was going to say, I think over things that's, like, shit that's going to get us cancelled, I think saying that would have been, more sort of damaging than the Trump stuff that we said.
Oh, for sure.
So,
yeah.
Which I think you will agree was basically just, here's a fic about Trump getting assassinated.
Oh, yeah,
Nothing
that'll
else.
be fine to keep in.
That was an entirely straight face.
I'll cut around that, but most of it will probably go in.
Fair enough.
Okay.
I found something called Cat King Zoomies at ass o'clock at night.
Yes! Send that shit, that sounds hilarious. That's the kind of content I'm after.
So here we go.
The Cat King gets the zoomies.
Yeah, apparently. This does ship the Cat King with Edwin, though.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, it's entirely up to you what you want to, Figure that.
Like in Twain fiction.
Yeah.
See, in my mind, if those two did end up becoming a couple, I can imagine, like, the Cat King isn't really that predatory. He's just a fucking cat, where
Yeah.
he's all flamboyant and shit, but ultimately, like, he gets picked up by the scruff of the neck and, like, put in his place quite often, being an idiot.
Like, maybe he's one of those characters that is very flirty but doesn't know what sex is.
Yes.
Sort of like Majima from Yakuza.
I see. Yeah.
In that he's very much like, yeah, let's get it on, and then you get him into the bedroom and he's like, okay,
What's going on?
I'm gonna sleep on top of you now, and then that's it.
God's sake. I mean, for the sleeping on top of people, that's very cat-like behaviour.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And that's why
Exactly.
Majima does it too.
Oh, God's sake.
So the summary of this is, during a case, the Cat King pops up again to paw Edwin's leg and leave him a note requesting a meeting once the case is done. Of course, Edwin obliges, but it's a bit later at night than he expected when he finally arrives at the warehouse, and several crashing sounds from inside leave him concerned the Cat King is being attacked again. When he enters, he discovers he definitely isn't being attacked, though Edwin isn't too sure what's actually happening either. So I have a vision of the Cat King like running around, bouncing off the walls, knocking things over, and
But
That
not as a cat,
seems-
as a grown man.
yes,
On all fours, breaking into a sprint.
Yeah. Further down, Edwin asks if this is if he's been cursed, and it's not a curse, Edwin. For goodness' sake, I'm a cat. I'm aware of that. I still don't understand the purpose of rapidly bouncing off the walls for several minutes. It's what cats do.
He's not going to give a reasonable answer. He's just like, we just
No.
do, okay?
Look, it's cat behavior. It's it's necessary.
oh boy,
Yeah, this is very wholesome.
yeah. He just turns back into a cat and then just starts running about again.
I'm not even sure he does.
Most humans call it the zoomies.
Mm-hmm.
He tried, clearly hoping Edwin would understand what he meant. He still did not.
Oh, Edwin.
Uh,
I'm sensing a common theme here, and most of it is Edwin doesn't understand anything.
Yeah, he doesn't understand the modern world, which is fair enough.
He's spent so much time on Earth, but he has learned nothing.
do you have the urge to do the zoomies again,
I'm-
or whatever? He said it's-
I am just at that bit, yeah. In that case, you should not hold it back. I will remain here to ensure you are zooming safely, and I will kiss you once you are done. Agreed? Yep, definitely agreed. Absolutely. Okay, give me a minute.
I like everyone like has sort of agreed this is how he speaks, and like he does speak like this, but like to the extent he's doing it in these fics is
Yeah.
great.
Like, I feel like Edwin is gradually turning into a Vulcan from Star Trek
Mm.
with this kind of writing. But
It's
maybe-
sweet.
Yeah,
It
I
is
do
sweet,
like it.
Yeah.
but it's Vulcan behavior.
It is, yeah. Like, everything's governed by logic and reason, and...
Mm.
And that's... I've run out of crack.
Oh no.
Never mind.
Poor Super Hands, what are you going to do?
To be fair, the crack on AO3 is very Moorish, so...
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Maybe we should do a Peep Show episode at some point.
We'll see.
Oh.
I tried to get into Peep Show, but never could. So...
It has its moments, but it also makes me suffer inside sometimes.
Yeah.
I've not seen many Jenny fics yet. Like, I've just seen her mentioned so far. I've not seen any fics about her.
Hmm.
You know what? I'm curious. Are there any Tragic Mix? Monty and Tragic Mick. Excuse me.
Okay.
Monty the Handsome Crow with Tragic Mick.
Do they...
Oh,
this...
it's only as an and, not a slash.
Oh, that's a shame. I thought we'd found,
Yeah.
like a rare pairing there.
That would be a good rare pair. I'm kind of into that. Like
Yeah.
both cursed to live as humans. One from the sea, one from the air. But alas, they will never return to their lands. Okay, Bryce, what you got here?
I found one called Animal Instincts by Rain the Clown 69, and I was drawn to the
Nice.
summary. Cat, what are you doing? Monty asks, confused, when he walks in and sees Thomas chasing a beam of light from his collection of shiny things. Thomas freezes, then shifts back into human form. You didn't see shit, you hear me, buddy?
So, laser pointer.
Yeah. Yep. We're
The
there.
Cat King's weakness.
Oh,
Do you reckon
boy.
crows like laser pointers?
I don't know. I know crocodiles do.
Are there any videos of that?
Yes, that's where I got the idea from.
Can you please send me the videos of the crocodile being chasing a laser pointer? That
The
sounds
next time I see it, I'll
sounds
send it over.
delightful.
Yep, they are just swamp cats. That's all they are.
Oh,
Oh, dear.
this
It
is
is-
good. It needs to be this. I need more of this. Rain the Clown 69.
Yeah, it's very, very short. It's
I need
only
roughly
422
5,000
words.
words more of this. Make
Just
it
a
happen, please.
Just of humans having animal behaviour.
Yeah,
Yeah, I mean, it makes the best
Mm-hmm.
best jokes, doesn't it, really?
exactly.
Like, I want to see Cat King turn up at the house with a cardboard box with nothing in it. Say, hey, can I move in? And they're like, no, fuck off. And he goes, oh, I'm coming in anyway. And then just curls up in a cardboard box
Yeah.
in the house as a grown man. That's
Mhm.
it.
Excellent.
Don't ask for much.
Yeah.
And somehow he fits. And it's just like,
Of course
how
he
the
fits.
fuck? Because he's a liquid.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If I fits, I sits.
I'm just looking for Tragic Mick fix. I'll also settle for some Jenny fix.
Oh, Jenny.
Also, Kingham and Litty, the two dandelion fairies who are just utter bastards.
Oh my god, they're the worst. They're so
Like-
awful.
So these two fairies are minor villains early on, and they get trapped. They just trap them under a glass, and
In a jar, yeah.
yeah, they just keep them in a glass jar for the entire series. And anytime they just pull up the cover, they're just swearing at you like profusely and just like dissing all the clothes you're wearing, and like they're like tiny Team Rocket.
I see, yeah. Just, like, powerless to do anything except hurl insults at you.
Yeah, so that's
yeah.
what they do with all of their heart.
Brilliant.
I have here Summer Holidays by Blackbird Smut, and it makes a case I've been making for quite some time, and that's British people over the age of 18 should be allowed to drink in the US if they're between 18 and 21.
I see. Okay.
Because 21's a stupid drinking age. There, I said it.
Yeah, it is. Like, all your... The time where you should be out drinking and enjoying yourself is over by the time you're 21.
Is between 15 and 21, so
Yeah.
let alone anything else.
That's it, 100%. 21, you should, you're thinking about, I don't know, what you're going to do with your life. Or,
We had very different childhoods.
The tags are underage drinking, but only technically. He's British, he can legally drink back home.
I see.
The story is Edwin gets shipped off every summer from university to help his uncle Mick run his shop. This year he makes more connections than he thought. He is living the dating sim yaoi setting here.
I see.
Like, oh yeah, I'm spending my summer working at the shop, and then you kind of meet various handsome lads.
Yeah, you meet various patrons who are all
In this case, the
incredibly
Cat
handsome.
King.
Yeah,
Mhm.
I
I
see.
think that's exactly what happened to him in the fucking show.
It is, but in that he's a ghost. In this, he's
he
a
got
uni student.
Yeah, well, yeah.
There's also choking in this as well. So, yeah, if that's your thing, here you go. I'm actually surprised. It's called Blackbird Smut. However, the ship is Cat King and Edwin.
Yeah, not Monty and Edwin.
Exactly. That surprised me because I clicked it and I just assumed, oh yeah, it's going to be a Monty fic. It's called Blackbird Smut, but I was wrong. Don't judge a book by its author's name.
I think it's one of those fandoms which there isn't that much crack because people just like writing things in universe with the characters.
Yes, I would agree with that.
In which case, I think I probably need to watch a few episodes.
I mean, there's also
I think you'll enjoy the first.
the
episode,
fluff
at least.
tag that might help you out.
Okay.
Oh yeah. If it's fluffy, it usually means it's not that serious as well.
Yeah, I see.
Exactly.
It's just kind.
I'm seeing a lot of the tag autistic Edwin Payne. And I'm not sure I see it in the show, but I'm curious what you think, Grace, as the one person here with an autism diagnosis.
Oh, what with the certificate, my qualification in autism.
You're the only card-carrying member, is the
Yeah.
thing. I mean,
Yeah, true. But the condition itself means you struggle with defining how other people are.
That's true. Huh.
But
Maybe we need to invite like a proper psychologist onto the show instead.
I mean,
Oh.
I don't.
Is this autism?
I don't think he's autistic. I think he's just the stereotype in how autism is portrayed in films, which is neat, orderly, prim and proper.
Yeah.
And it's not true. Like, there's nothing particularly autistic about that when you actually look at actual autistic people. Some of the bits carry over, but ultimately, no, we're not Edwardian gentlemen.
Exactly. Despite your brother looking like one.
He doesn't look like one anymore.
Actually, yeah, that very true. He is. I won't say gone off the rails because that's unfair. It's more that
No, he's the one going back on the rails. He's going like to become a teacher at uni and shit, and the other one is the one who's becoming a clown. But we won't go into that.
But that's a story for another time.
Yeah.
We can invite your brother on when we do the Clussy episode.
No, we're not doing a Clussy episode. That's fucking horrendous.
Do the Clussy honk.
Right. Okay, do any of us know anything about Danny Phantom?
No.
That's a shame.
Why?
Okay.
I know it's kind of a... I want to describe it as a Western shonen, where it's like it's a boy doing adventures and punching shit, kind of like...
Western shonen. It was just a cartoon about a bloke who could turn into a ghost.
Yeah, that was...
But he is a
was
ghost,
basically
right?
it, yeah.
No, he's a ghost part-time.
I thought he was a ghost that fought things. I don't know. I've not seen it, which is the point.
I think I have actually seen it. It took me a minute.
Well, it's a very different genre to Dead Boy Detectives, is what I'm saying, despite there being a dead boy in it.
Right.
I think that's fair. I mean, I don't know. I've not seen Danny Phantom. I kind of put it in the same box as Ben 10, which is a very kind of fighty show.
Okay, yeah.
But there's a crossover here, and we can't really go into it because we don't have enough information.
Okay.
Right. My second suggestion for you, Nick, would be to check only crossovers.
Yeah, that was...
which is something...
That was my next sort of game plan. I reckon there'll be a lot of good omens in there.
Yeah, I'm going to do that now. Because there's no fix shipping Tragic Mick with anyone.
There's got to
Devastated.
Be. But if not, be the change you want to see in the world.
I checked all of the tags. I went through the entire Tragic Mick tag, and there were none.
Yeah.
At the time of recording. I've got Doctor Who here.
Okay.
Which fits. I don't know which Doctor. Oh, it's them as the Doctor. Okay, interesting. So this is a Doctor Who AU.
Yeah. Okay.
It's called Leads You Here Despite Your Destination, brackets, Under the Milky Way Tonight, by A Letter in the Name of Sanity. Edwin is the 9th Doctor in this.
Okay.
And they've put Charles as Rose. See, looking at how Edwin dresses, I would have said the 11th Doctor.
I like how one of the tags is "Trust me, it makes sense."
You know what? Yeah, I'm overthinking this. I'll trust you. It makes sense.
Related to... Yeah, okay. I suppose it was the first sort of outing for New Who, and everybody was like, oh my god, we can stay here on our normal boring lives, or we can have a journey amongst the stars.
See, I think it's because Edwin is a bit sad and has PTSD about being in hell. Meanwhile, the 9th Doctor has just come out of the Time War and is sad and has a bit of PTSD.
Yes, I see.
Even though he dresses like Matt Smith.
Yeah.
There we go. I've cracked the case. Right, what else we got for crossovers?
I have something here.
Okay.
Oh boy, I have something here. So yeah, this is The Case of the Dead Princess by Quanderer. That's how I'm choosing to pronounce that.
Oh shit! I just looked at the tags.
Yeah, the summary is: one night at the very end of August 1997, Charles Rowland popped through the mirror to Paris in search of some hard-to-find spell ingredients. He'd found some of what he come for and was just strolling around enjoying Paris at night when he noticed something odd. There was a crowd outside of the hospital at 2:30 in the morning. Something big must be going down.
Ooh.
Oh my fucking god, really?
Yeah, really.
The relationships are Charles Rowland and Diana, Princess of Wales. Characters: Charles, Diana, Princess of Wales, Edwin, and Dodie Fayed.
Here we are, ladies and gentlemen. So, Yeah.
The author says, I just feel like they would have made good friends. Which is the most innocent... It's the most innocent reason I've seen written for something so strange. Fair play, but what on earth?
Yeah, I was thinking that myself.
I only hope this ends with Princess Diana waking up as Jungkook from BTS.
Oh God!
Shut the fuck up! Please stop it.
I love
Stop.
that theory too much to ever drop that. Jungkook is Princess Diana. I'll die on this hill.
Then die.
No.
Oh boy, think this might be. Oh God. Yeah, it's very touchy feely. There's like Dirty Fayed and Princess Di coming to terms with being dead, by the looks of things.
I just thought of something slightly dark. I'll let you decide if we cut this in. So in the show, Death does canonically show up for people to take them away.
Yeah.
Death is a beautiful woman because this is based on Sandman. Do you think Paddington showed up for Princess Diana, considering Paddington's on all of the posters for the Queen and seems to be like the posh people Grim Reaper now?
Oh, for God's sake!
This thing just ends and Paddington's like, "Hello there."
Oh
Come along.
I think
No.
I think Paddington was only on the posters because, like, for that huge fucking... I don't know if it was a birthday or a coronation. I don't keep up with the royals. But that huge party they threw, they did,
It was a jubilee.
For the Jubilee, the Platinum Jubilee.
The Platty Jobs, yeah.
The Platty Jobs. There was like a film they did where the Queen was having tea with Paddington for some reason.
Yes.
So I think that was basically why
That's what started it, but
Yeah.
I keep seeing different versions of it now with like him showing. He showed up for Rishi Sunak as well.
Rishi Sunak isn't
What?
dead.
I know.
Neither is Paddington Bear. Leave him alone.
Well, yeah, he can't be. He's the Reaper for Monarchs.
It's like Paddington's just
He
turned
does-
up and been like, "Come on, it's time to go now." But
He lives with Hugh Grant.
I'm not dying. Well, you're not the Prime Minister anymore. It should
Yeah,
be.
but
It
it's
should
time
be
to-
effectively the same thing.
Oh my
Oh,
god.
boy.
Anyway, yeah.
This, yeah, that's wow.
I'm sorry. That's just where my mind went.
Oh God. Just
Okay, let's see what else is out there.
if I get time, I wouldn't mind. I wouldn't mind reading that just to see where it goes. Quite honestly.
You know what? Looking at the crossovers, I finally found a fic shipping Jenny with someone,
Oh, good.
which is great because Jenny deserves the best. Like,
She does.
I was very sad
had
for
a
her
shit
story
time.
arc. She deserves something good. This is called A Real Meat Cute.
A real meat cute.
And it's meat as in the food.
That's the name of the episode. Meets Cute.
Ah. Well, it's
think.
by Modest Flamboyance. It's a crossover between Rizzoli and Isles.
Oh shit.
Grace, you sound like you know what Rizzoli and
Nice.
Isles is.
Yes, two lady cops solving murders.
Ah,
Okay.
well, it's Jenny is shipped with Jane Rizzoli.
Okay, fair play.
Grace,
Yeah, 'cause
help
one of
me
them's
out.
straight.
Who is Jane Rizzoli?
I've not seen that much of it. One's blonde and slightly older than the other one, who's brunette.
Okay.
And they both solve murders together. One is like the hot shot sort of, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that, I'm going to do that, and really serious. And the other one's a bit more down to earth.
Jane Rizzoli is the
Uh,
one with dark hair, who on the poster is holding the handcuffs. So I'm assuming she's the serious one.
Yes.
Okay. Detective Jane Rizzoli sparks a connection with the butcher of the tongue and tail, Jenny Green. Jane can't figure out why this annoys Dr. Maura Isles.
So I'm guessing they're shipped as well.
It seems that way. Yeah, they
Yeah.
are. But it sounds like it goes better than Jenny's other ships, so good.
I mean, yeah, fair enough.
I don't know enough about Rizzoli and Isles to go into this, but I'm happy for her either way.
Mm.
Okay, what else we got?
Yeah, let's see what else I can find. I'm not sure I will be able to top that, the Princess Diana fic, but we
That's
will
okay.
see. So,
I'm surprised we've not seen any of Casper and the Friendly Ghost yet. Casper the Friendly Ghost, even.
I mean, even in stuff about ghosts, Casper still doesn't really show up, does he?
Maybe he should.
He's a very young boy who died.
So are the Dead Boy Detectives.
True, but he's about 3 years old.
That's true. Yeah.
3 to 5.
And to be fair, the TV show aged up the detectives. They're like 14, 15 in the comics.
Yeah, they're 16.
Whereas they're definitely a bit older for reasons.
Yeah.
So what I'm doing at the minute is I'm going through and just seeing if there's any crossovers between this and various other cop shows.
Detectives. Okay.
Yeah. There's none for Life on Mars. Surprise, surprise. There's none for Starsky and Hutch. I'm going to try Columbo.
I've got one for the 2006 series Robin Hood here, which is a fucking deep cut. So this is the BBC's adaptation of Robin Hood, if you guys remember that.
Yeah, I remember.
I thought it was fantastic. Like,
God, it was shite.
Robin had a scimitar because he'd just come back from the Crusades. Richard Armitage was in it before he became famous. He had a big leather trench coat. It was great. It was very historically inaccurate for the sake of doing cool things.
All right, fair enough.
And
that kind of historical inaccuracy I can get behind.
I'm a big fan. So this is Dead Boys and Merry Men by Delitmenesket. Anyone have a better idea of how to pronounce that?
Delilmenesket, maybe.
That's Lil Menesket. Either way, Dead Boy Detectives, Robin Hood. Characters include, I can't pronounce that either, Robin of Locksley, Much of the Miller's Son, Guy Gisborne, my man, Marion, the Merry Men, David the Demon, and Esther Finch.
Okay.
And honestly, I'm just glad people still remember Robin Hood of 2006, because it was very much the prototype for Merlin, which was definitely bigger in terms of fandom.
Like Merlin blew up, didn't it?
Yeah, Merlin got big.
Yeah.
But Robin Hood deserves similar praise, in my humble opinion.
Fair enough.
Ugh.
If anything, I preferred Robin Hood.
It was aimed at you.
It was, yeah.
That's
It was
fine.
good. Like,
Hands down.
Fucking laser targeted.
I'm fine with that. Like, there were some cool sword fights. At one point, I just have this one memory of a scene of Guy Gisborne jumping out of a barn before it exploded.
Because the barn...
In his leather trench coat. And I was just like, yeah, this is
Gunpowder
sick.
doesn't exist.
Yeah.
Oh, boy.
Yeah. It was very goofy. More stuff like that, please, BBC. Maybe I'll just rewatch Robin Hood.
Yeah, go for it. Okay, let's...
We should do a Primeval episode as well. I can't help but feel we've just lost Grace to reading about the Cat King.
Oh, that is what I'm doing. I'm just
'Cause
reading fanfics.
I've noticed
at
it's
this
mostly
point.
me and Nick posting things. I was like, but Grace is the bigger fan of this show. And I've realized she's probably just reading by herself now.
Yeah, I'm just reading about a cat king in a fucking lounging in a silk in a silk shirt for
Of
some
course.
reason. Hang on. I'll find something.
That's okay.
Hang on. I can redeem myself, wait.
I just wanted everyone to know that Grace is still here. She's just lost in the sauce.
I am lost in the sauce. I am drowning in the sauce.
By sauce, I mean Cat King.
Unfortunately, I do like those characters a
Ooh.
lot.
Okay.
But
I just have to post this straight away. I've not even read the tags. This is called Predators Make the Best Prey by Wild Cookie Keefe. This is Dead Boy Detectives / Mean Girls.
Oh, wow.
what the fuck?
The ships, Cat King, Edwin Payne, Monty Charles?
Oh, shit! I thought that was his
Monty
last name.
/
Okay.
Charles.
Yeah.
That's
fuck me.
an odd choice. Like, that's very left field. It's not a bad choice. It's just very left field.
I feel like they just couldn't bear to see him with Crystal,
Yeah.
and they wanted Monty to have more screen time. I don't know, but that's what I'd do.
So, other tags. We have Alternate Universe Mean Girls. Rated E for Edwin is Horny. Who wouldn't be for the Cat King? Eventual Smuts. Teen Angst. POV alternating. Teen drama. Boys kissing. Halloween costumes. Jealousy, pining. Miscommunication. No beta, we die like me if this show doesn't get a season 2.
I see.
So
Understandable.
I see if I was going to put Edwin in Mean Girls. He would be Regina George.
Yes, he would.
In my mind.
He's quite catty.
Like, lovely bloke, but he's a massive bitch
He
when
really
he wants
is.
to be.
Like, the main character would be Crystal Palace. Like, Lindsay Lohan's character would be Crystal Palace, right?
I don't know. I feel like Charles might be Crystal Palace, or Monty would be... Sorry, Monty would be Lindsay Lohan.
I can't remember her real name in Mean Girls.
Yeah, I can't remember
Lindsay
her real
Lohan.
name.
Regina George, is definitely...
The Cat King would be one of Regina George's squad, probably the
the
dumb
plastics.
one. Yeah, one of the plastics, absolutely.
Yeah,
And
I
maybe
agree
like
with that.
Crystal Palace before she lost her memories would be one of the bitchy plastics, but...
Is this a bad time to reveal that I've never ever seen Mean Girls?
That's fine.
No, we already know you've not seen Mean Girls because we did a quiz
I had a
earlier.
feeling that you hadn't seen Mean Girls. So
Yeah, I've never seen Mean Girls, and if Sophie is listening to this podcast, she will probably tear her hair out and scream at her listening device. What the fuck do you mean? And then by the time
You'll find yourself woken up tied to a chair and Mean Girls.
Yeah,
is
this
just
is it,
on.
by
you've
the
got the
time we
Clockwork
record
Orange
next.
set up with the eyes, and you're just like, right, time
Yeah.
for Mean Girls.
just there watching Mean Girls because how dare I not have seen it?
Yeah, I mean it's a decent film. It's worth seeing.
It's very meme worthy as opposed to like
Yeah.
the things people say. A lot of it.
Yeah,
You'll
I've-
finally be able to understand why Get-In Losers We're Going Shopping is sad.
I
Indeed.
think we said that when we picked Grace up just before we went to Duxford.
Probably.
Yeah, like you're quoting Mean Girls. You ain't even fucking
Yeah,
seen
I've
it.
seen the memes.
Oh, good.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Getting Loser we're going spotting.
Shopping.
So
Grace, you've seen The Sandman. Who is
Yes.
Death of the Endless?
I thought it was just. Wait, what?
The character Death of the Endless.
Death of
I
the
think-
Endless. I thought that was
I think
just
it might
death.
just be Death, because I've googled Death of the Endless, and it is that goth GF.
that is
yeah,
my metal
she's-
band name from now on.
You will get sued by Neil Gaiman if you do that, first of all.
I see.
But also, she's shipped with Jenny in To Be Something Death Can Touch by Vibrant Nymph.
Okay.
You know what? Fine.
Yeah, I'm on board with that. Like, who doesn't want the goth and the other goth kissing? Can you say no to that?
It's funny because Death is like quite goth
Mm-hmm.
looking, but then the Sandman is even more goth
Oh yeah,
looking.
they're all goths.
No, but the thing is, they're not. They're like a load of siblings, and I think you've got Desire, Despair, the Sandman,
Dream.
Death. Yeah, they're all related to each other, and they all like get together and have dinner together every once in a while, and they're all quite different. So I don't know where I was going with that.
That's
I'm really
okay.
sorry.
Either way, shipped with Jenny, and I think I'm okay with that.
I don't know. I think I want someone more sunny for Jenny.
I think you're right. Okay,
I'm sorry. I still heavily believe in the dark one and the sunshine one.
I'm giving you this power. You can bring someone into Dead Boy Detectives to ship with Jenny from any other fandom. Who's it going to be?
It's difficult because I don't know many women being
You don't know many
right off the
sunshine
top
women.
Of my head being very focused on the on the yaoi.
You've never tried the
All
bedtime
I'm thinking
Yuri.
of is blokes. I could, if she was a bloke and liked blokes, I could have given her dozens of blokes. But I'm blanking so hard now; it's actually
Wow.
shameful. Oh fuck! I don't know. I don't know any happy women. Okay, they're all miserable.
Oh dear.
Okay. Okay, I have a pick. Ash's mum.
Ash's
Yeah.
mum.
Ash's mum seems pretty happy.
Yeah.
I disagree, but okay. Oh, Pepper. What
I mean,
do you
she
want?
ultimately needs an age-appropriate version of Enid Sinclair.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, there will be someone out there. I'm thinking someone very milfly.
That's not a word.
Yeah,
Milfly.
it should be.
Very milfly.
You could have just said motherly.
I should. Well, yeah.
That's a word that exists. You could have just said motherly.
You're right. I could have done.
Oh boy.
Fucking idiot.
But
Milfly.
There is definitely a distinction between motherly and milfly.
Like, I get what you mean, but still.
I mean,
Like, Catherine Zeta-Jones is milfly, whereas Dolores Umbridge looks motherly.
Jesus. I mean, okay, so you're saying MILF has more
Yeah.
sex appeal. Okay. But if you're someone who thinks that mums are sexy anyway, it won't make much of a difference.
I suppose the difference between milfly and motherly is a matter of taste, yes.
Yeah. It's all
Okay.
subjective.
Okay,
We like what we like.
that's true.
A lot of women don't like being referred to as MILFs, just so we're clear.
Ah, I see.
Especially if they are actually mums. They're like, it's derogatory.
I suppose it depends on who you ask.
Yeah, I'm not going to say you're not allowed to say it, but I just want you to be aware that if anyone does come knocking at your door going, you're horrible, just get in.
Okay.
Okay.
Apologies to anyone who doesn't like being referred to as a MILF. You're great all the same.
Yeah,
This is why
we're sorry that you're so damn
Okay.
sexy.
Grace, do you want an OTP? Cool.
Go on.
Here we go. This fic is called Dinner from a Garbage Can by Winter Tomat. Winter 2 Mate.
I can't even guess what this is.
Cat King / Esther Finch.
Oh, okay.
Oh my god.
This fic includes pain
That-
play, edging done wrong, upsetting power dynamic, blood, swearing, verbal humiliation, canon typical violence, sexual content, and word count 1,000 to 5,000.
This doesn't sound like the Cat King's going to have a very good time.
No, I don't think he is.
Uh,
As soon as it became clear that this wasn't the sexy kind of choking, the Cat King had to think fast. He always landed on his feet until now.
oh no.
But the smile on Esther's face didn't seem forgiving at all.
Oh, no.
He's such a dumbass if that's, like, accurate to his personality. He's like, I'm being choked, like, oh, hey, wait a second. This isn't fun choking.
Oh, boy. Yeah.
Oh no.
Hey, now, I know you'd love to see me bleeding and unhappy. Can't blame you. I look good bleeding and unhappy. So he's still flirting with her, even though she's trying to kill him.
That's on brand for the Cat King.
I see.
Yeah. It's not fuck or die, it's fuck and die.
Well, he's got the 9 lives.
Good god. I do feel bad.
Got a Merlin fic here as well. That feels very appropriate.
Hmm.
I feel like Merlin would enjoy hanging out with the dead boys as a fellow British twink who dies at the end of his show, I think.
Oh, spoiler alert, by the way.
I don't think he does.
Oh no, Arthur dies, doesn't he? Never mind.
Yeah, sorry. You know, the one that's
Yeah.
destined to die and be reborn again and again.
Not Arthur the beaver? What the fuck was Arthur?
What? He was an aardvark.
Aardvark, that's the one. Not the Aardvark. He probably survives his show.
Yeah.
I can't guarantee that.
I don't feel like it's that kind of show.
I mean, I don't know how Arthur ended. Maybe he dies. I don't know.
He doesn't die.
Maybe it ends like Blackadder and they all have to just go off and like climb the thing and go to war.
Oh, boy.
I know that 2 of his teachers got married,
Oh, that's
and it was
alright.
like one of the first gay marriages on the TV.
Okay, I do have an issue with that.
For a kids show.
Objection.
What?
It should have been Bert and Ernie. They were robbed.
But they were children.
Oh no. Wait, Bert and Ernie aren't children.
What, in Arthur?
No, Bert and Ernie from Sesame Street.
Oh, fucking hell, alright.
It should have been them. They should have had the first.
I was like, hang on a
No,
minute.
if anyone is going to have the first gay marriage in children's TV, it should have been Bert and Ernie. They were robbed.
Fair enough.
I stand by that. And now they're cursed to be perpetual roommates who share a bed.
Mork and Wise shared a bed.
They did.
Yeah, they did, actually.
But Bert and Ernie are gay as rainbows.
If you would like to...
I will die on this hill, and so will a lot of people, to be honest.
Yeah, fair enough.
What were you going to say, Nick?
I don't know. It's gone from my head.
If you'd like to fight James on the issue of should Bert and Ernie have got married first, why not write in?
Yeah,
We'll meet in a Tesco car park.
I do apologise. It's very hot in this room with the window shut now.
Yeah, it's hot. I'm losing my marbles too. But there's still more fics out there. For example, there's a Magnus Archives crossover, which I felt I should mention because
Oh, okay.
this is starting to turn into the Avengers of British twinks, and
The Avengers of British Twinks.
Yeah, like all the
What, where they all
yeah,
unite?
where all the British Twinks just show up and get together. You've got the Magnus Archives boys, you've got the Dead Boy detectives, you've got Arthur, Merlin even. We're probably getting Loki at some point as well. You know what I mean? Like, it's the team up of British Twinks.
Oh boy.
Multiple versions of Benedict Cumberbatch. You get the idea.
Yeah, I see.
We'll do a Magnus Archives episode eventually. Okay, are we starting to fall apart? Should we call it there?
Yeah, I mean, I was starting to fall apart before we started this, but
Wait,
yeah.
wait, there's more. I'm sorry. No, there's more.
Okay.
I have this fic here. It's called She Whispered His Face and It Echoed in a Scream of Revival by Zodiac Exists. This is Dead Boy Detectives and Batman.
Oh, I see.
That's why I had to mention this. It's because Batman's involved.
Okay.
And they are technically all parts of DC Comics, so this isn't impossible, but it is an odd choice that Batman is teaming up with the Dead Boy Detectives.
Oh my god.
It's an odd choice, but it could be canon compliant, is what you're saying.
Yes. I like to think it doesn't. Oh, it does specify Batman. This is Batman under the Red Hood. I don't know enough about Batman to know about that, so I'm imagining 1950s Batman. The one
Adam
who has
West.
all the kapow. The Adam West Batman. Thank
Yeah.
you.
Excellent.
Jason Todd dies, and death sends him to his afterlife. Unfortunately, it didn't last long. When the dead boys go missing, the underworld is notified, and more bodies keep dropping. He can see ghosts because he's seen death. He can be alive and an assassin. It's only a matter of time. Okay. So Jason Todd, who was a Robin, I believe, has been sent to bring back the dead boys.
Okay, I see.
There's your crossover. That makes sense. This is one of the few fandoms where the child neglect tag does not ring alarm bells for me. Like, if we were doing any other episode, I would see that and be like, oh, time to leave. But honestly, it's par for the course with the Dead Boy Detectives.
Yeah, I see.
Indeed.
Like, they all had a shit time.
Yeah. Child neglect, child murder, child abandonment, all that jazz.
Yeah, those all happen in the show.
Yeah.
And it's still oddly wholesome despite that.
Yeah, I suppose they got a nice little afterlife thing going, haven't they?
Yeah. There are definitely worse afterlives.
By the sounds of things, they end up having a relatively decent time with people who like them.
Exactly. Yeah.
But I don't know. I haven't seen the show yet. But we will see.
There are definitely inconveniences to being dead,
Well, yeah, I can imagine.
but they make the most of it. Yeah, it's another Magnus Archives one. I see that being. I can see why that's popular. Okay, I think I've got as far as I can do.
Yep, fair enough.
So, what have we learned today?
The dreaded question.
Yes.
I've learned that I should probably see if I can set aside time to do more homework.
I think that's fair. I mean, you
Yeah.
only have to watch an episode or two just to get a feel for it.
Yeah, that's it. But it does sound like I, missed out because it sounds like quite a fun time.
It's not too late to watch it. Though if you want to get ahead of your homework for next time... Grace, what are we covering next?
I don't know.
If you want something quick that Nick can watch very quickly, One Piece?
That's got loads of episodes, isn't it?
I was going to say, doesn't One Piece go on forever?
Then the Netflix one,
Oh, yeah, that's about
which has 8
six
episodes.
that are hour long each.
Yeah.
Okay.
That is the downside.
I've only seen the Netflix one. I'm not watching the anime. I refuse. It's too long. It's too long. There's no ending. It's like saying watch EastEnders. That's also never going to happen.
Yeah, this is it. There doesn't seem to be an ending for EastEnders on the horizon.
Exactly. But One Piece has the implication of an ending, where they find the treasure.
Yeah.
Yeah,
They don't find the treasure.
they will one day.
The real treasure will
They
be...
better. They
The
better
author
do.
is going to absolutely die before that thing gets
I don't care.
finished.
He must have written like a note
And
somewhere explaining the ending, so that
I feel like it would be the biggest prank in author history to be like, yeah, YOLO, was gonna think about that later, but I never decided on anything, and then just dies.
It's like that scene in Kung Fu Panda where he opens the scroll and it's empty, and then, like, whichever manga author is destined to finish One Piece then has to think about it, and then he's like, aha, the true meaning is there is no ending. And
I quite like the idea of it being passed down from, like, generation to generation.
while I do like that,
Just,
I would prefer it if... I mean, not to say I hope the author dies, I want him to finish it. But if he doesn't finish it, I would like Hirohiko Araki to finish it.
What if he dies first?
He won't.
Why not?
He still looks young at 60. He's just going to keep going.
I just like the idea of, like, this little boy in a big gothic manor sort of being sat down by his father and saying, William, as a...
Young Edwin, finish
young
One
Edwin,
Piece.
as the son of the father of the grandfather who started One Piece, it is going to be your job to continue his legacy.
He's training his son to finish One Piece. He's been training from birth to be like, right, I'm ready to go. I'll finish One Piece. That could work too.
Not even to finish it, just to carry it on.
To carry it on and then train his son one day
Yeah.
to also finish One Piece. We'll see. What have you learned about Dead Boy Detectives, though? I should say, apologies for all the tangents. It's very hot.
Yeah,
This happens once a year. We just struggle with the heat and produce something completely unhinged.
Oh,
and
yeah,
today is that day.
100%. My brain is mashed, and I have work in the morning, which brings with it its own set of problems.
Exactly.
But
Honestly, we've had probably less tangents than we usually
God.
do.
It doesn't feel that way. I guess I'll find out in the edit.
So what have you learnt?
I've learned that not enough people are trying to make Jenny happy.
okay.
Indeed.
I'd like to see more Jenny ships. I'd like to see more... I'd like Monty to have a bit of happiness as well. He probably deserves it a little bit.
I suppose he didn't ask to be turned from a crow to, be a pawn in some evil machination, did he?
Exactly.
So...
Edwin deserves better, in my opinion.
Yeah, I think he can make do with what he's got, but
Yeah.
I think we're just looking for something.
I'd like to put
perfect.
him in a different universe and let him be shipped with someone he gets on with better. I don't know who yet. Grace and I briefly talked about it, and I think we said Dante from Devil May Cry
Okay,
would be a solid ship for Edwin.
I see.
Yeah, but only if Edwin became a top.
I could see Edwin becoming a top.
Oh no, sorry, I was thinking of Virgil. Yeah, he would still need to be
Yeah.
a top, but yeah, Dante, yeah, that's fine. It's not great, but actually no, I've checked. No,
I think since we've said their names in proximity, Cat King Majima would be interesting.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah,
I think that'd be too chaotic.
I think that would be too chaotic as well.
I think Cat King needs like a straight-laced fellow who can like pick him up and be like, right, you're being too silly now, and put him in the corner and go, right, you stay there and think about what you did.
So Cat King Kiryu is what
That's
we're saying.
what I was thinking as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
'cause
Cat King Kiryu is
Cat
my
King-
new OTP. Let's let that happen, authors. either the Yakuza authors need to watch Dead Boy Detectives, or the Dead Boy Detective authors need to play 8 video games that are roughly 100 hours in length. I'll let you guys decide which is easier.
Oh boy.
Or just watch that one video on YouTube, which is there's a montage of every scene where Kiryu rips his shirt off, and it's 15 minutes long, and it's just the scenes of him taking the shirt off. Like, there's no context or anything. It's just like shirt off. And it's not even up to date. There's like 3 games missing from that at this point.
That's all you need to know.
oh
Yeah,
fucking hell.
he rips his shirt off so often that it's 15 minutes long.
He must do
Yeah.
it multiple times per game then.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
It's whenever there's a serious issue going on. It's the right, I'm not fucking about anymore. Shirts off, we're having a fight.
There was, I suppose That's it. Apart from when he gets betrayed by Nishiki, in which case he just drives him into the middle of nowhere and then leaves him to walk home.
That's doesn't he? It's such a heartwarming scene, and he's just right. I'm having your car. You've got to walk home. Oh, that was really funny. Yeah, I think Kiryu and Cat King will get on well.
Yeah.
I think Kiryu would want to fucking kill him.
Maybe, but Kiryu likes his cats, so I don't think he will.
Oh, yeah, maybe. Yeah, every time he gets too silly, like,
Kitty.
he just turns into a cat to win his favour back.
Exactly.
It's like, you can't resist these eyes, and Kiryu's like,
You're
yeah.
right.
Fuck's
Bloody
sake.
cat form. Can't stay mad at you forever. Okay, that's a solid ship. Charles, I still don't know. I think Charles and Crystal are fine as a ship. As controversial as it may be, I think I prefer Charles and Crystal than I do Edwin and Monty. Or even Edwin and Cat King.
Yeah.
Like, like there are issues with those, essentially. I phrase that poorly, but you know what I mean.
I think every relationship I've seen on here has some sort
That's
of
true.
issue. But I think we're just... Unfortunately, this stuff can't end up looking past a lot of it. Because a lot of his stuff is sort of based in old myth and lore and from times where, you know, they thought differently to how we do now.
Yeah. I think we need happier yaoi.
I could do with happier yaoi.
Yeah. If anyone has happy yaoi,
A lot of yaoi is actually
if someone
quite
can
sad.
send us some happy yaoi, please send it in, and we will talk about that, and we'll talk about it forever, because it'll make a change from the sad yaois that keep happening.
Yeah.
Indeed.
Okay. I think that's what we're ending on today. It's very hot and more happy yaoi.
Yeah.
Because
It's only like 25 degrees, but for us that's diabolical.
for British people that's death.
Yeah, British people who live in British
Not
houses,
death.
which
Yeah.
aren't built to deal with temperature.
Oh yeah.
Exactly. And I've got my windows closed because I don't want my neighbours hearing about me talking about yaoi for 2 hours.
They probably already know.
Probably.
It was just that next door's dogs had decided to go out in the garden and have a play fight, so they were making a bit of noise.
Oh, that's a pain.
So,
My window's open, everyone knows.
That's fair.
no shame.
Good on you.
It's alright. That shame went when I sent my half sister this Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles fic by mistake.
I'd forgotten about
A sexy one as well. Fucking. She started speaking to me again.
Oh,
if
good.
Oh, good.
I'm glad to hear it.
We don't bring it up.
Oh, that's a
as you can
shame.
imagine.
You can send her another one.
No, the first time was an accident and it's never happening again.
Oh.
Oh, boy.
One day she's going to ask.
Yeah.
I hope she never
I hope
asks.
she asks. Okay, let's call it there, because I've got a lot of footage to edit.
Yeah, fair enough.
Join us next time. We'll figure out what we're going to talk about. I have a couple of ideas. I'll bounce it off everyone, and we'll figure it out. In the meantime, thanks for listening if you made it this far. You can hang out with us on our Discord if you feel the need to. The link is in our Tumblr. It's in the Tumblr bio on the drop-down. I just don't like putting it in the episodes in case bots find it. I figure Tumblr's relatively bot-safe.
Yep.
If you have any more requests, send them in, because this episode was a request, and I'm glad it was requested, because it meant I got to watch this show, which I wouldn't have done otherwise. Anything else we should say?
Don't know.
No. Good night.
If you live in Britain, paint your houses white and sleep in a damp towel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, good
I'm
night.
actually getting the outside of my house redone soon, so... Well, hey.
Excellent. You may be able to keep the heat away.
Oh, I hope so.
Beat the heat.
See it, say it, sorted. Good night.
Good night.
Good night.